Active live. Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Wow, it's very loud.
Yeah.
So welcome everyone to the radioactive.fm Orcon live room. Special shouts out to New Zealand On Air. We are here today with Ginger Kiss.
So,
It's awesome to have you here. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am also good. Excited to have you here, for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
For sure. So I have a few little questions before we start, listening to tunes. First of all, the name Ginger Kiss, is that just a reference to your hair, or is there more to that? What is the story?
It's actually a real funny story. I was thinking of a name and I wanted something that had my hair in it. And I just remembered the biscuits. Ginger Kiss biscuits. Yeah. My mum would always get those biscuits and I was like, oh, those biscuits are they're good biscuits.
Which one are the Ginger Kiss biscuits?
You can get the chocolate ones.
Do they have cream in the middle?
Yeah, they have the cream in the middle.
Yes, those are the best kind of biscuits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you just have the cream part and do you split it and then have the cream? What's your tactic?
And I'll have the side without the cream first and then
and save the best bit for last.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we're on the same page for that one.
Same. No, you can eat them.
True. Well, I like that you're named after a great biscuit.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Also, on the note of your music, how would you describe the Ginger Kiss project? What are the sort of genres that you dive into with that?
I think most of my music comes from hip hop and rap influences, definitely. That's really how I got into making music, is just a beat machine and making beats. But I do a bit of R&B and I do band music. I would love to be in a band as well. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I saw on your Instagram story that you're playing with a guitar these days as well. That's very exciting.
Exactly. Yeah, putting that into hip hop is what I'm about these days.
Yeah, cool. That's awesome to hear. So going back to the beginnings of you making music, when did that all start? And how old are you? What were you listening to? What were you thinking, etc.?
I started making music my first year out of high school. I was I don't know what I'm doing, and I always wanted to get a beat machine. So I got one, finally off Trade Me. And I was washing dishes that year, doing nothing, and I was just in my room, laying down beats and being yeah, I'm a producer. I want to produce some beats for people. And I just I don't know how I even got into listening to rap. I guess when I was younger, the people I was around just listened to lots of Eminem.
Yeah.
I didn't really take it in, but I feel now that I got older, I was that's definitely where I'm at and what I enjoy doing.
Yeah. Awesome. What kind of rap are you listening to at the moment?
At the moment, oh my gosh, I'm
just general favorites for you.
Yeah, definitely. Tommy Genesis.
Love her.
Yeah. She's awesome. Princess Nokia. Or the female hip hop artists.
That's awesome.
It's really what I'm.
There are some great ones out there. Definitely, which is awesome.
It's awesome.
Definitely awesome to see some female artists in the Wellington hip hop scene as well.
Yes.
Of course, I'm very excited to have you here.
Yes,
have you doing your thing. So yeah, keen to just have you do a track.
Yeah.
Talk later.
Let's go for it.
Let's go.
All right. Mr. Whippy for a nice ice cream. This life ain't always what it seems. Chilling in my room, making beats now. Everybody really want a piece now. I don't really listen now. Straight up, living low, ice cold. And I gotta keep my baby close. She knows I'm always in the hole. Cause I do it like I really do know. Hey, Merry Christmas. This is my season. Merry Christmas. This is my season. And I woke up saying this was season. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Hey. I just wiped out my whole past life. Just wiped out my whole last life. I might just fall into the night. Give me one good reason why I should stay tonight.
Mean. What was that one called?
Wiped out?
Mean.
Yeah.
That's real nice. I love the effects you have on your vocals. Very fun.
Thank you. That song's more about like the beat. I just really liked, because I sampled my guitar
Yeah.
and then just made the beat over and I was like, oh, I love this.
So is that sort of like a more recent track from you?
Yeah, definitely.
Still got the effects on that one, yeah. Come over to the other mic.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask about studying for you, because I know that you've done commercial music. You're partway through that. How far?
This will be my last year.
Ah, true.
Third year. Yeah.
Cool. So going from the you that's just come out of high school, you buy a drum machine, you start making things. How do you get to the point of then saying, I really want to do this, I'm going to go study this? Like, when did that happen for you?
So I was like washing dishes, as I said before, and I'm not really doing much because I come from like Featherston. It's a real small town. There's like, not much going on there. And I saw an ad come up, and I was like, what if I just like auditioned and like just like gave it a go? So I just auditioned and I got in, and I was like, what? Like, it's crazy.
What did you bring to the audition? Like, what was the stuff you had at the time?
It was so funny. I had my beat machine and I had a keyboard, and I did some like rapping as well. And it was so interesting because I'd never done anything like that. Like, I'd never done like music in high school, really.
Yeah.
And I just like rapped, and like it was just like so funny, and like it was so fun. Like it was great.
Yeah, well, you got in, you know.
Yeah,
got
exactly.
to do it, which is cool.
Yeah.
What do you feel like you've been able to take then, having studied it? So it's probably been like 3 years. Or
Yeah. 3 years now. It's been real interesting because I auditioned to like do practice, which was like performance, but then I actually chose to do tech.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like more like learning how to do live sound and like do lights and stuff.
True. What made you change?
I guess like in a way I probably doubted myself because it's really like I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
But I thought I'd be more like working in a studio and like producing, like, because that's really like what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But like I've learned heaps like doing lights and stuff. We did like a tour and I did the projections, and like that was real fun.
Cool. I mean, these are all great skills to have.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
You can work on
like,
your music in your own time, etc. And then once you start doing gigs, then you know how it all comes together, which is awesome.
So, yeah. Exactly.
I say good call.
Yeah.
For me. But yeah, I want to talk about you going into doing gigs, because I know that the Awkwardly Eccentric was your first gig. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How was that for you?
That was so fun. Like Rose just asked me. Shouts to Rose.
Yeah, Hybrid Rose. We had her on the show. I think 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. She's awesome. She just asked me, and I was like, all right, I'll give it a go. And it was awesome. I loved it. It was an experience.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a very supportive crowd, which was nice.
Yeah,
as well, I think.
I definitely think like that's what I need.
And all femmes as well. Love that buzz.
I love that as well. And it's really cool because I organised a flat gig a while ago, and I asked Rose if she wants to do a set, and she was like, yeah, so that was her first set. And then she got me to do my first set, her gig. So
that's a beautiful thing. Supporting each other.
Exactly.
Love that.
All about that.
Mean. Okay, well, keen to hear another track from you now. What do you have next for us?
This next song's called Red Hair.
Okay. Is that about you?
It's about my red hair. This song's like definitely more about like what I used to be doing. Okay. It's like more like rappy and like it's gonna be fun.
Sweet. Look forward to it.
She the one in the Beatty. She walks so nicely, but talks so feisty. See, I don't got no time for your little bum attitude. That negativity ain't something I mess with. Cooped up in my room, been playing that boom boom, been sucking on choo choo. Got questions about who are you? Soon you'll soon know. You'll see me up at that show. You'll turn to your friend and go, oh yo, it's the girl with the red hair, 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 yeah. Boys that used to hate on my red locks, now they're saying, Crystal, can you take me to the top? Your hair's so pretty, and I freaking love your top. The style you cannot cop, heard your song and it's a flop. You ain't ready for my next drop. Straight bombs on you. Yeah, I'm trying to be angry, but I want up on my hit list. I just keep to myself, I'm just doing my own. I'm pretty comfortable up in my room creating alone. I could ask you for help, but I really don't need none. Actually, where my girls at, cause I don't even see one. Apart from that one. Straight fast. With the red hair, red hair, red hair, red hair, red head, red hair, red head, red hair, red head, red hair, red hair, red hair, red hair, red hair. Yeah. Who the heck is she? Popping on the scene. Red hair, freckles with the visual. Who the heck is she? Popping on the scene. You couldn't see her coming, she ain't usual. Who the heck is she? Popping on the scene. Red hair, freckles with the visual. Who the heck is she? Popping on the scene. Couldn't see her coming, she ain't usual. Red hair, red hair, red hair, red hair. Red hair, red hair, red hair, red hair, red hair. Red hair, red hair, red hair, red hair. Red hair, red hair, red hair, red hair. Straight up ranger. Red hair, red hair, red hair. Yeah. Red hair, red hair. Yeah, ginger kiss.
That was very fun. I love that flute sample, like flute.
Yeah,
that's
I
real
was
cute.
just like,
Always fun in trap music. Love a good little flute for sure. Also love the lyric that I heard something to do with like don't need your help, but like keen to see like some girls or like like this kind of one line after the other, and definitely kind of reflective in the scenes around us, very male dominated.
Exactly.
And that is something that I wanted to ask you was, doing sort of more trap stuff, like trap and hip hop are particularly male dominated and like some toxic elements to that as well. And so I wonder like how is the local like trap scene in Wellington? Like how has that been? How has your experience of that been? Like has it been accepting, etc.?
I'm real new to it, but like I've been like, I talked to some of the like guys that are doing it, and I'm real new, and like they saw me on that lineup, and like a lot of them have like hit me up and been like, oh hey, like what kind of music do you make and all this, like they're real like interested, because like I don't really, there's not many girls doing it, and I think they've been quite nice actually and quite supportive, and I'm
that's good.
Super excited for tomorrow night because I feel like it's going to be like real interesting.
Yeah, I'm definitely keen to see how receptive people are, and like because a lot of trap gigs around Wellington tend to be like all males that I've like seen in the past. So keen to see how it all comes together with some diversity.
Exactly.
Very cool.
Like even in the audience, like I've been to the gigs and there's not many girls.
Definitely.
And I'm hoping that I can bring that out, because I know there's girls that love
for
rap
sure,
music,
definitely.
But where are they at? I want to bring that out. Let's go.
Exactly. Yeah, they're just waiting for people to make them comfortable in the scene. I reckon, which is why it's great to have more females.
Exactly.
So yeah, speaking of which, should do a bit of promo for the gig. What is it called? What can people expect from it, etc.?
Yeah. So it's called Back to Back. It's actually a 2-night gig. So it's on tonight, tomorrow night. And there's 17 acts spread out across the 2 nights. It's going to be so awesome, a 2-night gig, basically. So, you should come to both, because there's, they've really mixed it up.
There's a deal for that as well, right? I think it's $15 and you can go to both.
Yeah.
So that's, it's a pretty decent deal.
That's a good deal.
And a lot of different acts as well, trying to squeeze in a lot of things, which is cool. It's cool
Definitely.
to see.
I love it.
Yeah. So the first night is at Valhalla. And second night is at Caroline.
Yeah.
Very cool. Looking forward to that.
It'll be awesome.
Yeah. So on another note, you don't really have too much online as of yet in terms of your music. Is it just because you haven't, you want to release a collective amount of stuff, or what is that?
I did have some stuff, but I just tend to delete it. I'm
classic.
Yeah, that's that. But I am working on a project. I've got it in my head that I'm gonna release an EP, and it's gonna be produced by me, recorded everything. I want to do it myself. But
awesome.
That's the goal. But I might post some little things here and there. I have a little song that I want to post for Valentine's Day, but it's too late now, I guess.
No, you can totally post it. Just a late one.
Yeah.
Is that a trap, love ballad or something?
Yeah, trap love ballad. I love that. I guess it is that, yeah. It was just I made it on Monday, and I was no, this is such a because I'm making such interesting stuff now. I just want to put it out, but at the same time I'm I should keep it and manifest a project that is a bit of everything that I'm doing.
Definitely, yeah. And so what sort of things do you want to make sure is incorporated in the EP? What things at the moment are interesting to you that you want to bring forward?
I really want to, because I'm quite new to getting on the mic and stuff. I'm experimenting with making more aggressive rap music, but then I also like to slow it down and have some more melodic trap stuff. So I'm kind of making a mix of both, and then I'm just gonna put it together, and hopefully it'll be very diverse.
Cool.
That's the goal.
Well, look forward to hearing that whenever that all comes together for you. Sweet. Well, keen to hear another tune as well. What do you got next?
Oh, this next one's called Sad Reacts. I'm really proud of the song. I feel the song was kind of a benchmark for me. I kind of just happened to make it, and I did my guitar, and it just felt real genuine. So I'm real excited for this one.
Sure, awesome. Was this a part of the Awkwardly Eccentric mixtape as well?
Yes, I was on that. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So just want to make a note of that. That from the Awkwardly Eccentric gig that Hybrid Rose did, she also released a mixtape with everyone who played or was involved. So there is me, there is Ginger Kiss, there is Hybrid Rose, and there is Ursula Listen. So be sure to check that out online if you want. It includes this song that's about to play. So,
yes.
Keen, go for it.
I've been building up to tell you shit, and all that you reply, you said next to it. What does that even mean? Doesn't feel like you listen to me, even though I've been listening to you and giving you a shoulder to cry on too. Oh, I don't think you're listening. No, guess it's easy to ignore. Yeah, you changed it up and made it all look like I know that my problems ain't shit, but you could at least admit you don't listen. listen to it. Yeah, I'm getting so bored. I guess I'll just go tell someone else. You can't listen to me. But you hear the shit every day, but I'm getting so bored of listening to you tell me the stupid shit. Just give me a listen, yeah. Something to show you care. Oh, I don't think you're listening now. Guess it's easy to ignore. Yeah, you changed it up and made it all about you. I always give you a listening ear, just to show you care. And you reply to me with some shit like you just don't care. Like you just don't care. I don't wanna waste time telling you shit anymore. Cause you bore me when I tell you shit. It seems like you just know. You just know, you just know. Couple of friends have done this for a while. I'm starting to notice now. Guess I gotta let it go out. Starting to notice now. I've been trying to tell you all these things, and you keep making it about you every time. I've been trying to see you as a friend all this time, but you're getting bored with your stupid ass replies. Hey, oh, I don't think you're listening, no. It's just easy to ignore. Yeah, you changed it up and made it all about you. Oh, I don't think you're listening, no. It's just easy to ignore. Yeah, you changed it up and made it all about you. I don't think you're listening, no. Oh, yeah, you changed it up and made it all about you.
Nice. I like that one.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask about your songwriting process. Just because I know
Yeah.
you started with the drum machine and then you started doing raps with that and now you're doing guitar stuff as well.
Yeah.
And I just wonder, like, where do you start? How do you build it? You know, what's your process?
That's a good question because it's kind of like changed over time. But these days, honestly, I'm just like playing on my guitar and I'm like, all right. Record. So I'll loop that and then I'll just like start adding little things, like little rhythm things. And then I'll just get the microphone and I'll just like, and I'll be like, all right, that sounds cool. And then later I'll just add actual lyrics because I struggle with sitting down and actually just writing a song because it's like more about like feeling it. So I'll just make a melody and I'll be like, yeah, okay. And then the lyrics will kind of just fall into that.
True. So you don't really write lyrics before songs are kind of produced.
Yeah.
They write for the song.
Yeah, like,
I see.
yeah.
Cool. So then what kind of influences those lyrics? Like, is it just the sounds that you're listening to and then maybe thoughts that are in your head at the time? Like, how do you end up going on a certain topic when you write a song?
I'll use this song as an example because Sad Reacts is really just like me at my desk, like, you don't listen to me and I'm trying to tell you these things. And then I was like, okay, like, I guess, yeah, it's just like what I'm feeling in that moment. Like, yeah, it's just, I guess it just like happens. I don't even think I'm just like,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, that's good,
It, like,
having a sort
comes
of like,
together.
intuitive process.
Yeah,
I think is pretty nice. Don't want to overthink it.
exactly, yeah. Because if I overthink it, I just won't do it. I like just would rather wing it and be like, all right, no, that sounds good. Like, I can't dwell on little like details for too long. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, fair enough. And so yeah, lastly, any gigs coming up for you? You know, other than tomorrow.
Tomorrow, I think I'm doing Messy O Week, which is
Oh,
gonna
that's
be,
exciting.
it'll be real funny.
When is that?
I think not next week, but the week after, maybe. O week.
Okay.
Sure. Everyone knows O week.
Yeah, whenever O week is.
Yeah.
You'll be there. So where do you do the performance at Massey?
We have like a little headquarters. There's like recording rooms and like little like
True.
performance rooms, and I think there's going to be like a multi-room thing, like different acts going on. It's so cool. They did one last year, and awesome setup because people do lights and like sound's going to be awesome.
Get lots of people involved, I guess, which is good for everyone who's studying there, etc.
Yeah, it'll be so good.
And that's cool that they do that. I like that. And one last question along these lines. When it comes to doing gigs, like you've make your tunes, etc. How have you found like applying that to a live setting? Like, has that been a challenge for you, or do you feel like you factor that in when you produce things? Like, what's your thought on that?
Lately, when I'm making music, I am factoring that I could like perform it live, but it's been real hard actually because like my whole like making music has been alone like in my room like jamming out to it myself. So now like coming out and like showing other people and like figuring out how to like translate it in the way that I want has been like it's really hard, but it's also helping me make better music, I think, because I'm like, okay, this is gonna happen. I'm gonna do this with it, and like, it's just making it a more fun experience. That's like why I'm doing it. It's just like to have fun.
Definitely, and I mean it's a cool like learning process as well. Like thinking about different contexts that you might have to
definitely
use the stuff other than just making it in your bedroom for yourself.
Exactly,
I guess.
like going to gigs and I'm like watching other people perform and I'm like, okay, I see what they're doing.
Exactly,
like,
that's a
they're
cool
smart.
thing too.
Like, it's really good. It's fun. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I think we're basically down for time. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
No worries. It's been great. So, we've been here with Ginger Kiss on Radioactive.fm's Orcon Live Room. I just want to quickly shout out your gig that's coming up tomorrow that is called Back to Back.
Yes.
So, there's also one on tonight at Valhalla. And then, one on tomorrow at Caroline.
Yes.
$15 for both nights.
Come along.
And
support local female artists.
Absolutely, absolutely. Got to support your locals.
Yeah.
And be sure to, keep an eye out for Ginger Kiss, the name, and, potentially an EP later in the year.
Yes.
Who knows?
Woo.
Hope so. Cool. Well, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
And special shouts out to New Zealand On Air. Thank you.
Awesome.
Active Live. Friday.